got really exciting news. I recently joined a local gym and started working with a personal trainer. This is actually a really big accomplishment for me. You know, before my chronic illnesses really manifested themselves, I was quite an active person and I really missed that part of my life. And of course, throughout the years, I've had physical therapy exercises to do, but to me, it's not the same thing. The past few years have definitely had their challenges. You know, I was in a really bad place with my GI problems. I was underweight, malnourished, and my body was just struggling so much at that point that my other conditions weren't well controlled either. My mast cell disease, my dysautonomia, the lethargy, weakness, the fatigue was just unreal, and exercising just was not a safe option. But recently, you know, I've noticed, my friends and family have noticed, y'all have noticed that I am making improvements, and I'm just so incredibly grateful. We're finding more accurate treatment plans, getting more control over my symptoms, giving me a better quality of life. And you know, my whole medical team was aware of the fact that I wanted to increase my activity levels, but of course only when it was safe and feasible to do so. And recently they came to the consensus that it was time. I can graduate from physical therapy and do more. The game changer for this decision was really getting my mast cell disease under control, which in turn helped other areas of my health, particularly my GI problems. And now I have steadier nutrition, and it's not a struggle for me to maintain my weight. And not only that, but to maintain a healthy weight. But there were some conditions. My doctors weren't about to let me just run freely into a gym and potentially hurt myself. You know, I didn't know how to use the equipment. I didn't know what exercises would be more appropriate for me. I just didn't really know where to start because it had been so long, and I have a lot of factors to think about now regarding my health. So I agreed with my doctors that I would find a personal trainer to work with initially. I thought that was really reasonable and also a very good idea. So I started to check out gyms in the area. And I'll be honest with y'all, although this is something I was excited about and I wanted, I felt totally out of my comfort zone because I felt like I didn't know what I was doing. And the big brand name gyms didn't seem like a good fit for me. But then I found a local family-owned gym and I went in one day. The owner was there, he gave me a tour, and he spent about an hour with me asking questions and taking notes and listening to what I had to say about my unique situation. And after that, I felt a lot more confident about what I was getting into, and he is now my personal trainer. He is very knowledgeable and has a lot of professional experience in the fitness world, and kind of his thing is he wants to make his gym a welcoming environment for people of all different fitness levels, and he really likes his members to reach their goals. He's been a great help to me. He's really paved the way for me to be able to exercise safely. Now, my biggest obstacles when it comes to working out are my dysautonomia, my Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and chronic pain, and thankfully not my mast cell disease. Some people do have exercise-induced reactions, but I personally do not. A big part of my workout regimen is knowing my body, and it's something I really need to be aware about for my safety. You know, is today an appropriate day to go to the gym? When to push myself and when to slow down. Another big part entails taking it slow and taking breaks. You know, when I go to the gym, it's not this crazy, rigorous routine. I suppose if you compare me to an average person, I'm not moving that fast and I'm not doing that much, but it doesn't matter how you're doing compared to other people. It's just finding what works best for you. For my dysautonomia, we make sure all of my exercises are sitting down or laying down. Nothing standing, because that would make my POTS symptoms worse. And we also monitor my heart rate to make sure I don't get too tachycardic. And what's really great about Harlow is if my POTS is acting up and I need to take it easy, she will break a downstay and come tell me. So she's been really helpful at the gym. Harlow also helps me get in and out of the machines and provides counterbalance when I'm walking around the gym, because with my POTS, it's inevitable. I'm going to get lightheaded and dizzy. when I'm doing exercise. But you know, Harlow will help me know if I'm doing too much, when I need to take a break, and I pay attention to my signs and symptoms as well and stop when I need to. For my Ehlers-Danlos, of course, we make sure I don't hyperextend anything. We also don't do any exercises that would have a hard impact on my joints. We use low weight and machines with pulley systems because it makes the movement smoother. And we also use machines that actually stabilize my joints when I'm doing the exercise. And we're very focused on strengthening the muscles around my joints to help with my joint stability. Increased activity levels do make my pain worse. There's really no way around that. And unfortunately, my chronic pain has been becoming more problematic. And this trend started before I began exercising. So it's not in direct correlation to the gym. But it comes back to knowing my body, being aware of my limitations, my signs and symptoms, when to take a break, when to push myself, and also just accommodating the exercises for my needs as best we can. If I need it, Harlow does provide deep pressure therapy to help with my pain, so occasionally she'll do that for me at the gym. Now, I do have implanted medical devices. I have a feeding tube and a central line. My feeding tube really doesn't prevent me from doing anything at the gym. I can do abdominal exercises with no problem. It doesn't really hurt me or bother me. The only thing is that there are some machines that require you to press your abdomen against them to use them properly, and I don't like pressure on my tube, so I just don't use those machines. Now, as for my central line, I do go to the gym accessed, and the dressing is not supposed to become wet or obtain moisture because that's an increased infection risk. I was a little apprehensive about how to handle that because I figured I would sweat, but I don't really sweat that much. And again, my exercise regimen is not vigorous, so I really don't sweat. So I haven't had an issue with my central line. Since my activity levels have increased, I have needed to run supplemental feeds a little more frequently, and I have had to increase the amount of IV fluid infusions I do throughout the week just to keep a handle on my POTS. You know, I can't do cardio, I can't do anything that requires me to remain standing for a long period of time, like running or even walking, because of my dysautonomia, and those activities cause me too much pain. But if I'm in a seated or laying down position and I'm strengthening my muscles with appropriate exercises or low weights or machines, and I do it for a short amount of time and take a decent break in between, I can handle that. And even though we make it as feasible for me as possible, there are still repercussions, but it's about finding a balance. So my health definitely poses some challenges when it comes to working out, and there are pros and cons, but for me, the benefits are totally worth it. Exercise has been known to help some of my conditions like Ehlers-Danlos and dysautonomia, and just the emotional impact has been wonderful. You know, I like going to the gym. It makes me happy and I feel more like myself. A few weeks ago, I had a really good day at the gym, and I was able to record some of my exercises and my personal trainer and whatnot, so y'all can get a better idea of what it is I do there. And again, it was a really good day, so you can kind of see me at my best, which is exciting. Hippo, ready for a workout or snooze?
Let's do it.
All right, I'm gonna start it.
You got it. Give it a pull. Good pull. Nice. 1, 2, 3. One more. You rock.
Harlow, stand. Watch me. Okay, go say hi.
Where's my eyes? Hi, girl.
Harlow loves Ryan.
You're so good.
Harlow, you want to be the gym dog?
Oh, gym dog. Oh, where's my gym dog? Where's my gym dog? Everyone loves you.
So there you have it. This is my exciting news and big accomplishment that I'm very proud of. And we just accommodate the exercises to fit my needs. I make sure I pay attention to the signs and signals from my body, when to slow down, when to take a break, when to push, when to take it easy. I have Harlow there to help me, and the guidance of the personal trainer has been great. After working with him for a few weeks, I'm going to start going to the gym by myself, but of course, him and other employees are there to help me if I need it. So it's just been a really great thing. I'm going to put some links in the description that might be helpful to some of y'all who are maybe in a similar position, like you have your health struggles, but you want to be more active. And if exercising is not an option for you right now, don't fret. You know, I was in that position before too, and I've made it to where I am now, and chronic illness is full of ups and downs. There's always hope for improvement, and when you're in the struggle, just do your best. That's all you can expect of yourself. We all come from different places in our journey, and what works for me may not work for you, and vice versa. But I was happy with this progress, and I wanted to share it with y'all. And if you want to leave anything in the comments, maybe questions or your own workout experiences, please feel free to do so. And with that, I will say goodbye, and thanks for joining us on our adventure.